Hello, welcome back to my channel. So I have another history book haul for today. This is a Russian history book haul of some new titles that I have added to my library over the last couple of weeks or so. I've sort of been stacking them all up, waiting to do one video instead of a whole bunch of shorter videos. So I will show all of those that I have been adding to my library in this video today. So I sort of had them stacked out in a couple different stacks here. The first are all books by W. Bruce Lincoln, who was basically an American leading expert on Russia. He was also a distinguished research professor of Russian history at Northern Illinois University, and he wrote a vast list of books, far beyond what I have here. I have 3 of his books here, but I thought I would go ahead and show those. So the first is called Sunlight at Midnight, St. Petersburg and the Rise of Modern Russia, really analyzing the history of St. Petersburg, starting, of course, with its founding under Peter the Great, and then sort of its span as Russia's door to the West. Door to Europe, and really such a city of such cultural importance in Russian history. So I'm really excited to get into this one. Next, by W. Bruce Lincoln, is his work on the Romanovs, titled The Romanovs, with this quite intricate, complicated cover here. The same motif is employed on the back there, but I'm really excited to get into this one. Obviously, this is a real doorstopper here, big thick thing, but that's absolutely fantastic. So I'm really excited to get into this one. And then last but not least, for my Lincoln books here, is In War's Dark Shadow: The Russians Before the Great War. Sorry about the glare there. So really, just 3 really fascinating titles by him there, which I'm really excited to get into. The next is A People's Tragedy: The Russian Revolution, 1891 to 1924. This is by Orlando Figes. I hope I'm saying his last name correctly. I struggle all the time trying to say it correctly. I don't know if it's Figes or if it's Figs. I'm going to go with Figes. I have Orlando Figes' book, Natasha's Dance, on my shelf, and I wanted to add to my collection of his works. And I'm hoping to get to this one before the end of the year. I'll have to see how that goes, but that is a plan. Next is a bit of a shorter work and a bit of a more less on the academic side of the scale, and that is Molotov's Magic Lantern: Travels in Russian History by Rachel Polonsky. And that is magic. There was a sticker that I pulled off without thinking about it and ripped off the cover. I forgot to sort of rub it down with rubbing alcohol before I ripped it off, so it took the cover with it. But this is a really interesting book. Essentially, Rachel Polonsky is a journalist, and this is a book documenting her experience of working through the books in the personal collection of Molotov and other elite Soviet figures. She essentially found, she was staying in a flat and found a room that was loaded with the personal collection of Molotov's library. And so she essentially worked her way through each title and ties it into her narrative history, or through her comprehensive history of Russia. So travels in Russian history sort of through a literary lens, which I'm really excited about. I picked this up at the library, I believe it was a couple months ago, and I really loved it, and I wanted to give it another read through now that I own it. Next is a Simon Dixon biography of Catherine the Great, which I'm really eager to get into. The only Catherine the Great biography that I have read so far has been Robert K. Massey's biography of Catherine the Great. I have Virginia Rounding's biography of Catherine the Great, and now adding to my collection this one by Simon Dixon. And then last but not least is Trevor Royal's Crimea, the Great Crimean War, 1854 to 1856. I have read only one other book on the Crimea and on the Crimean War, and so I'm really eager to get into this one, and I'm sure I'll be talking about all of these titles more in future videos. So that is the last of it for today's haul. Just wanted to show a couple of these new titles that I have added to my library. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any comments you would like to leave down below, please feel free to do so, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.